Every teenager's dream is to drive an exciting and fast car. But we all know that it's hard to get performance for a teenager budget. Well, not anymore. Today, we are going to present you the 10 coolest sports cars for less than $10,000. From the least to the most exciting and performant. Fasten your seatbelt and let's start. Number 10. The BMW Z3. Although BMW's current Z4 shares its design with the Toyota Supra, its Z3 predecessor from the 1990s was far more exciting. Back in the time, this car could easily compete with high-end companies like Mazda and Porsche. The Z3 was available with 8-valve 4-cylinder, 16-valve 4-cylinder, and 24-valve 6-cylinder fuel-injected engines. If well-maintained, the car could easily survive up to 200,000 miles. The Z3 is a really interesting BMW. The 3 Series' clever Z-axle rear suspension, as well as the 6-speed gearbox, are enough for a car enthusiast. For an estimated $5,000 price, you can get a really good car to enjoy during your teenage years. Number 9. Mazda RX8. The Mazda RX8 is a desired, yet odd and unusual sports automobile. Despite the fact that it was released in 2003, it still appears futuristic and sleek, and is highly detailed. It has a high-revving 1.3-liter rotary engine under the hood, which is unique in the new vehicle market. It is small and lightweight. Unfortunately, the engine isn't very fuel efficient, but it does offer a decent slug of power to the back wheels if you crank it high enough. The RX-8 is also a joy to drive, with quick steering and a smooth, comfy suspension. Despite its 4-door design, the RX-8 is a sturdy and secure vehicle. Front, side airbags and traction control are available on all models. You can even get the 2003 model for only $1,000 if you search, but the average price of this car is $2,500. Number 8. The 2010 Ford Mustang. For the start, we'll tell you that the 2010 Ford Mustang outperforms its competition in terms of safety and trunk space. The Mustang's new interior also helps it stand out in its class. The 2010 Ford Mustang has rear-wheel drive and a standard manual transmission. An automatic transmission is available on select models. The base engine is a 4-liter 6-cylinder that produces 210 horsepower. The V8 American engine is clearly made to terrify your neighbors when you have to go to work at 8 a.m. in the morning. The 2010 Ford Mustang update actually offers something new for everyone, especially those who are concerned about safety. This vehicle is available on the marketplace for about $7,500. Number 7. The 2010 Chevy Camaro. Coming up with another American beast, the Chevy Camaro. The Camaro comes standard with a 3.6-liter V6 engine that generates up to 304 horsepower. A manual transmission is standard available for the car, while an automatic transmission is optional. In terms of handling, the 2010 Chevy Camaro suspension responds quickly and with little roll. The steering system is communicative and responsive. In almost all situations, we describe the Camaro's handling as fairly neutral, which gives the car an extraordinarily nimble feel. While Ford improved the performance and ride of the 2010 Mustang by adopting a live rear axle, the Camaro's independent rear suspension just drives better, smoother, and with less twitchiness. This car is similar to the 2010 Mustang, and you can get it for around $8,000. Number 6. Honda S2000. It's time to switch to a Japanese car, because coming up next, we have the well-known Honda S2000. A car that everyone thinks is special. Why? The S2000 has the world's greatest specific output for a normally aspirated production automobile engine. Honda's compact, rev-happy engine produces a really one-of-a-kind driving experience. Because of the increased redline, you must retune your ears to the correct shift point. The beauty is a bit over budget, since a really rare one can cost anywhere from $18,000 to $100,000, but if you do a deep search, you can find it for about $8,500 in very good condition. Number 5. Infiniti G35. Everyone praised the 2010 Infiniti G37 when it was new, for its nimble handling, excellent power, and luxurious cabin. In fact, many people believe the G37 is one of the most enjoyable vehicles to drive. The G37's basic engine is a 3.7-liter V6 with 328 horsepower. So this is a really interesting car with a lot of tuning possibilities. Dual zone temperature control, Bluetooth, a power sunroof, GPS, and a rear view camera are all standard features for this car. The G37 costs around $7,000. Number 4. Nissan 350Z. The Nissan 350Z is a grown-up version of an old-school muscle automobile. This is one nasty coupe, with a 3.5-liter V6 engine driving the rear wheels and a 6-speed manual transmission. You can sprint from rest to 60 miles per hour in 5.9 seconds, and reach a top speed of 155 miles per hour. The engine sounds significantly larger than it is, and it provides excellent low-end acceleration. This is probably a car that every car enthusiast had wanted in his teenage years. This car can cost anywhere from $6,000 to $9,000. Number 3. Toyota GT86 2012. Toyota has a history of producing entertaining, affordable, and dependable performance vehicles. So when they collaborated with Subaru to create a new vehicle, the outcome was a fantastic modern twist on the classic sports car. The GT86 is a collaboration between Subaru and Toyota. Its engine bay houses the former's famed 2-liter Boxster engine, which has been tweaked by the latter to generate 200 horsepower. The GT86 2012 is a very comfortable vehicle, for only $9,600. Number 2. 2004 Chevrolet Corvette C5. Another American beast is the Chevy Corvette C5. This was the first Corvette to compete against the world's greatest sports cars on genuinely flat terrain, and it was the first Corvette to win a class at Le Mans. The Corvette C5 was introduced with an all-new GM 5.7-liter V8 engine known as the LS1. It had a power output of 345 horsepower and a torque output of 350 pound-feet. The C5 was the first car that used this engine. Amazing, right? Imagine racing with your friends in such a car. Number 1. The 2004 Porsche Boxster. Our number 1 choice for today is the 2004 Porsche Boxster. It's amazing that you can get a Porsche with such a budget. Back in 1986, Porsche only built one car, the classic 911, and to buy such a car would cost you at least £59,000. Then the Porsche Boxster arrived and changed everything. Here was a real Porsche for just £34,000. The 3.2-liter engine produces substantially greater thrust than the 2.7-liter engine, and even if the car only produces 230 horsepower, you will feel like driving a 400 horsepower one. You can get this amazing car for an incredible price of $8,000. Well, that's it for today. Feel free to write down your opinion about our list in the comments section below. Could you imagine that you can buy these amazing cars for under $10,000? Now that the video ended, go ahead and do some deep research to find the best price for the car you want. Make sure to like the video and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Drive safe!